Hello, learners. Welcome back. Let us discuss an interesting topic in this session, that is, finding research gaps. Now, imagine you are an MBA student working on a research project about consumer behavior in your luxury markets. Before we start, look at this scenario then. Imagine while reviewing the past studies, you noticed extensive research on high net worth individuals' spending habits, but little focus on how digital influencers shape their purchasing decisions. You sense a gap, but are unsure if it's worth pursuing. So, question for you: has a missing link in an earlier research led to groundbreaking discoveries in another field at another point of time? Can you think about one such instance? Yes. To explore the answers, it is essential to understand the concepts in depth. So let us proceed with the learning objectives. By the end of this unit or the topic, you will be able to define the research gaps, explain how to identify the research gaps.
For research to be meaningful, it must go beyond merely replicating existing efforts. It should contribute to and expand current knowledge. To achieve this, a researcher must demonstrate the existence of a gap in knowledge related to the phenomenon of interest, as every research project is expected to add to the body of knowledge and literature. Knowledge encompasses what is already known and understood about a specific issue, whereas a gap highlights the areas that remain unexplored or known. What is a research gap? A research gap in a particular area of literature is defined as a topic or subject where the existing body of knowledge is insufficient or incomplete, preventing conclusive understanding. It may also be seen as a problem for which current knowledge does not offer an adequate solution. Recognizing a clear and meaningful research gap justifies the need for further investigation and serves as the foundation for academic research. In scholarly work, a research gap underscores broader concerns that often lead to the development of a problem statement and research questions. More precisely, it involves identifying unresolved issues or unanswered questions within the field that require scientific exploration. A research gap represents the missing element in existing literature that a researcher seeks to address through their study. In other words, it identifies unanswered or inadequately addressed key questions within a field. A research gap can also be defined as a research question or problem that remains partially or entirely unaddressed in the existing literature. The National Collaborating Center for Methods and Tools 2012 defines a research gap as a topic or area where insufficient or missing information prevents a definitive conclusion from being drawn. Similarly, a research need refers to a gap that prevents decision makers such as policymakers, practitioners, or patients from making well-informed choices or decisions. In the social sciences, a research gap is viewed as a missing element in the existing knowledge base, warranting the initiation of new research. Identifying this gap requires a thorough review and critical analysis of empirical studies and existing literature. Let us now understand how to identify research gaps. A common challenge in research is determining how to claim the existence of a gap when thousands of publications have already explored a phenomenon. This issue is especially prevalent among researchers such as master's or PhD students, who often find it difficult to identify gaps in the existing knowledge within their fields. Recognizing research gaps and developing research questions are essential initial steps in creating a thesis or research paper. While various strategies can help address this challenge, identifying original and innovative topics and locating gaps in the literature remains a complex process. There are several strategies that can help overcome these challenges. Although not all researchers, particularly those early in their careers, are familiar with these methods. Let's take a brief look at some effective approaches for identifying and generating research gaps. One method involves drawing from the researcher's own experiences. For example, the environment in which a researcher grew up or the emergence of particular issues within that setting can inspire research topics. Likewise, personal interests or professional expertise can guide the selection of a study. Researchers with extensive experience or a deep understanding of their field developed through thorough reading and analysis of key papers are often better positioned to identify significant gaps. But what if you don't want to pursue a topic aligned with your professor's or supervisor's interests? Or what if environmental factors don't inspire you? In these instances, there are other approaches to identifying gaps, topics, or emerging trends within your field. These methods, ranging from simple to more advanced, provide researchers with various ways to uncover opportunities for meaningful research.
So let's summarize now. In this topic, you have learned that finding research gaps is a crucial step in the research process. A research gap refers to an area where there is a lack of sufficient information or understanding. By reviewing the existing literature, researchers can identify these gaps which may arise from unanswered questions, unexplored topics, or conflicting results in previous studies. Identifying a research gap helps in formulating a relevant and original research problem. It also ensures that the new study contributes to the body of knowledge and addresses issues that have no or not yet been fully explored. Thank you and happy learning.